Hey friends, Peggy Hall back with you from the healthyamerican.org. Do you have a dog or cat or other pet? Here is my little Elsie Kins. She is 18 years old. I rescued her with a lot of other animals when I did animal rescue in New Orleans after the hurricane. And we've been talking about natural disasters on this show a lot. And I want to take a little bit more of a lighthearted break today because we've been talking about some very heavy topics. Make sure that your volume is turned up. You can also look on your YouTube screen and there's a little slide bar for the volume in case you're having difficulty hearing me. So on this channel, we talk a lot about your rights, about standing up against the public serpents, as I call them, about exposing the evil doers, that's spelled DEW, like directed energy weapons, and those that are a part of the World Economic Forum. I call them the WEFers. So we've seen a lot of the hogwash and the shenanigans that have been inflicted upon the unsuspecting population for a long time. And from time to time, I get a little weary of this hard-hitting coverage, and I'm sure that you do as well. So I do have a video that's related to Hawaii, and I am wearing a beautiful Hawaiian lei that came to me from my lovely Healthy Americans, Beth and Marielle, in the islands, and they are lovely, healthy Americans who are standing up and have been fighting for truth and freedom for a long, long time. And I'm so grateful for this gift of aloha. So many mahalos to them and to all of you that support the work that I do. So we're going to take a little bit of a lighthearted look at let's just say something that's going on in Hawaii. It has to do with cats. And before we do that, because the show today is really about how do you fight back? How do you stand up against these tyrants? And I have done videos about exposing the evildoers. In fact, the video preceding this was all about how our pushback is really working when we expose these public serpents, when we rattle their cages, when we share their evil plans that have to do with the New World Disorder and the United Nations, the Sustainable Development Goals. It actually does serve the purpose of getting them off their game. And in many cases, they have walked back or backpedaled some of their comments. Now, you know, and I know that they are going to be pushing through this tidal wave of tyranny, but I take great satisfaction knowing that we are slowing it down and possibly, just possibly, we can derail their evil plans altogether. There is a worldwide awakening that's going on because these serpents have overplayed their hands. So I have videos on this channel about what to do. And one of the most important things to do is to remember that they can never steal your soul. You have got to make a list of everything that brings you joy. I mean it. Get out a pen and a notepad and write down everything that you can do that no one can take away from you. And for me, spending time with my animals. I do like to watch some funny things online that can just get me a little more lighthearted and out of the heaviness of, you know, all of the darkness around us. Spending time with loved ones, maybe for you, it's preparing a delicious meal or maybe going out for a meal, maybe spending time in nature, going for a walk, taking a bubble bath, reading a good book, listening to music, writing music, performing music. I like to rearrange my furniture and organize things. So think about what you can do that brings you joy. In the early days, of course, the hogwashers tried to shut us all down. They said that you couldn't leave your house, that you had to suffocate yourself, that you were not able to go to your job, all of these things that were designed to break your spirit. And so many of you stood up with me against this. And I've been teaching people how to breathe freely and not give up their rights. A lot of videos for you on this channel. Also, some helpful free resources over at thehealthyamerican.org. I also want to let you know that I am prepared. I'm prepared for different kinds of hardships. Now, obviously, if the evildoers are firebombing the neighborhood, there's not a lot I can do about that other than be prepared and leave. And one thing that I do have is I have a bucket of emergency food. So this is a sponsored video. Let me take you right on over before I share with you this very sweet, lighthearted video that I'm sure that you're going to enjoy. And let's go right on over to preparewithpeggy.com. This is an older picture when I had shorter hair, but you all told me you liked it, so I'm going to leave it up here. And this comes from My Patriot Supply. The website I want you to go to is preparewithpeggy.com. And you know, there is the possibility that something unthinkable could happen. And I want to be prepared with all of the distractions out there, the smoke screens and the media. We might not see it coming. So that's why you are intelligent enough to invest in emergency food today. The saying goes, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Each member of my family has one of these buckets. The food has a shelf life of 25 years. I admit this is not the kind of food I eat on a daily basis, you know, macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes and so forth. You need to be prepared. And if you're not going to prepare with Peggy, make sure that you've got your own food supplies in a way that makes sense for you. My Patriot Supply is the world's, or actually the nation's leader in emergency food storage. You can save here 25% with a 3-month food kit. I would love for you to have that peace of mind like I do. You'll enjoy a wide variety of delicious meals. You get over 2,000 calories a day. And again, this is going to give you optimum strength under stress. So I want you to stock up now before everybody else panics. You get free shipping and your order ships fast. I've got the bucket everybody in my family does. And if anything happens, we grab and go. That's over at preparewithpeggy.com. Friends, I've got other videos on this channel about prepping. I would consider myself kind of a mid-range prepper. I've been doing it for many years. There are a lot of good channels here on YouTube. I do want to caution you that you don't get into the spin cycle and the sky is falling and all of the doomsday narrative, but it is important to be prepared for that peace of mind. Let's take a look at this adorable video that I came across, and I'm going to play it without commentary, and then I'll just sign off at the end. It is especially for you cat lovers or for anyone who wants to just have a smile and take a break from some of the heavier reporting. All right, here we go. I'll share my screen. By the way, this is the volume here, as I was talking about earlier, so you can always adjust the volume on the videos and also turn up your volume so that you can hear me clearly. All righty, here we go.
When we started catching weight, he would walk up to the nose, hang out there like he was hanging 10.
Jumps from the board in the water. If I am in the water, he just come to me and then swim back to the board.
Hopefully, loves what Hawaii has to offer. He's just enjoying the surroundings and enjoying the motion of the ocean as we are too.
Went to the website and just check out all the kitties, and I saw him. Very, very sweet look on him. Very shy. He was hiding under the bed and under the sheets of the bed. And slowly he worked up to us.
He would follow us everywhere. Even when we'd be in the shower, he'd get curious and want to jump in the shower with us. And didn't seem to mind any water or splashes, and he just wanted to be close to us. We noticed that he would just go outside, even if it was pouring out rain, and come in soaking wet.
We were kind of amazed to see this behavior from a cat.
So that's when we decided, hey, we have a lot in common. Maybe he likes the beach too. So we had to find a beach that was virtually empty, nice calm water and not too windy, so he would be most comfortable. When we got him there, we let him play on the sand, and to him it was probably like a big cat box. Got him to the water's edge, and he warmed right up to it. And then we saw that he could naturally swim well. I had my surfboard there, so I placed him on the board and I paddled that to the small waves and just caught a wave at first laying down. And he seemed to enjoy the ride. From there, we slowly got him more comfortable and eased him into it. So I wanted to build a little home for him that he could feel safe and kind of lock him in there so he wouldn't move around. I just found a boogie board and I cut to a diamond shape. So it was just perfect size where he could sit in there, feel safe, kind of hide from the wind, or feel that he had a little home base. After he graduated from the boogie bed, he definitely got more comfortable on the board. He started walking up and down and jumping in on the water on his own.
He knows what he can do now. So he's getting kind of cocky sometimes, and he's very fast. It's almost faster than me when he swims. He gets into some sort of Zen mode. I think the ocean itself relaxes him. falling asleep and baking in the sun.
He's good for about an hour or so. We can tell if he's getting tired. Then we know it's time to go in, and then we give him a freshwater shower, rinse him off right away so he doesn't groom himself with salt water. We dry him off really good. And yeah, it's fun to have a cat that shares the same interests.
We think that the further away he is from noises and from strangers, that's his place. He feels calm. So since he doesn't mind the water, probably was the perfect place for him to be.
Summer all year long, the water's warm, and you can still find your own little slice of paradise. Now that we have a third part of our family to share it with, it just makes it that much more special.
All right, friends, I just wanted to share that with you. I thought that was the most adorable thing ever. It's so important that we spend time doing things that we enjoy, something that brings a smile to your face. That is going to give you the wherewithal when you have been rested and renewed so that you can continue in this fight. Thank you, everybody, for being on board. If you want a few more little chuckles, I did a video all about Josh Green Do Deal and his Band-Aid obsession. Some of you were commenting saying, oh, I hope that Peggy sees this. I wonder who made the video. Well, I made the video because I've been the one that has been bringing to everyone's attention this very strange obsession that Joshy Green Do Deal has with his Band-Aids. I've got a couple of videos where I explain what I think is going on. But again, it's important that we have a little lighthearted break in the heaviness of all of this. I'm going to continue exposing the evildoers, and I'm so grateful that you are right alongside me. See you soon, everybody.